Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jared with Ditch Auto, and we are on week 8 of our photography challenge. That is about 2 solid months in, give or take a few days, and it's just been so cool. I say that every week, but every week not every week, but every day just about, I get into the Facebook group and see what all of you are posting and read some of the stories and comment and like and all that stuff, and it's just super cool to see so many of you getting out there and using your camera way more than you used to. And so many people are learning new things and growing and becoming much more comfortable with their camera. And that was the goal of this challenge from the beginning, was to get out there, use our cameras more, and learn more about them so that we can capture better photos and be just more confident when we go grab our camera. Now, I'm excited, just a side note, I'm excited because my kids are gonna start T-ball. I have some young kids. They're gonna start T-ball soon. Over the course of the next month, we're gonna have some practices and different stuff and then games. And so it's gonna be super cool because I'm gonna have a new thing to take pictures of with my kids. And as you progress throughout your year, you're probably finding different things that are interesting to you to take pictures of. Life brings new things. There's always new opportunities to take pictures and try different things. And as I mentioned last week with week 7 challenge, last week and this week and maybe the week after are gonna be a little bit simpler as far as the challenges go because they got a little technical, and I'm trying to make this something that is accessible to everybody. Now, one of the things that is often talked about inside of the Facebook group for Ditch Auto is gear and just, what we have, what we use, and all of that stuff. Our photography gear obviously is super important. Some people believe that you have to have a ton of gear to be a good photographer. Other people believe that you just need to have a camera and know how to use it. I'm of the camp that you just have to have a camera and know how to use it. Even if I was shooting still with the first camera that I ever owned, I know that I would be getting good photos. Sure, there's been technological advances since, over 12 years, 13 years ago when I got my first DSLR, but still, you could take great photos, and nobody should tell you that it is all about the gear. It is definitely all about what you know and how comfortable with your camera that you are. And that's what we're trying to do with this challenge, is get out, use our cameras more, get comfortable so that we can be more confident when we're taking pictures. So this week is gonna be kind of more of a personal challenge, I think. I want you to take either 1 or 2 of these photos. We're going to show our gear bag. So your photography gear bag, whether it's your, maybe you have a gear bag for your photography, a photography type of bag. Maybe you don't. Maybe you keep your camera in your purse or a regular backpack or something like that. I just want to see your camera and your lens. You don't have to get out all of your gear and arrange it on a table. I'm sure you've seen those pictures where people lay out all their gear and it's like, here's they've got names for it, my gear layout or whatever. You could totally do that, and I may do that if I find myself with enough time to get enough gear out and do that. But what I really want to see is just, what do you carry? Like, when you go out and take pictures, what do you carry? Like, I'm most likely going to take a picture of just my smaller bag that has my camera and a lens and a couple of batteries and just a few things that I need, and I may talk a little bit about what's in my bag and why. I would love to see that. I would love to see what you are using, what you're carrying. Let's share our gear. Now, it's going to be hard for you to take a picture of your camera if you don't have 2 cameras. So this may be a challenge where you want to use your smartphone. It may be a challenge where you pull out your smartphone and you try to get a good photo with your smartphone, which means you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to lighting because, as you know, your camera does a better job with lighting than your smartphone. Now, you don't have to use your smartphone. You can use your camera and just show me maybe your camera bag or some of the accessories that you use. It's totally up to you how you want to do this. Now, the other side of this is I am fascinated, and this is a personal fascination, but I know a lot of other people are fascinated by this type of thing too. What types of things do you carry on you that you have that are important to you? Now, I know most of us carry keys to our house and our cars and different stuff like that. We have a wallet of some sort. We have maybe a pocket knife or something. There's a whole kind of movement online of everyday carry where people post photos of the things that they carry on them. Some people are super into watches and they have a lot of watches. Some people are super into knives and they have a lot of knives. And there's just lots of different things that people carry on them that are super important. And so I don't necessarily want you to take everything out and lay it out. I mean, it's really up to you. You can do that. You can lay everything out that you carry on you and take a picture of it, and maybe try to find some interesting way to display it. But what I really want, or what I'm really interested in, is like, what is that one thing that you carry with you that is important to you, that's you have some pride in, or that it has meaning or something like that. And this could be too personal, and I don't want you to share anything that you feel is too personal. But if there is something that you find that you do carry on you, whether it's in your purse or in your pocket or in your vehicle, or even if it's just something that's important to you that you have at home, maybe on your nightstand, take that thing or things and try to take an interesting picture of it. Set it up somehow on your table or outside or wherever where it's interesting, a little bit interesting scenario. Or just take a picture of it where it's at. It's totally up to you. This is one of those super wide open challenges, and it's going to take a little bit of thinking. It's not a technical one at all. It's simply just showing us one or two or both of these things. If you do have two cameras, take a picture of your gear bag and maybe one of your cameras. Or if you want, you can use your smartphone to take a picture. And then there's that other item, which is something that's something that has importance to you. Maybe it's an old trophy from childhood. I mean, who knows what it could be. What I'm looking for here is story and just learning more about each other. I think it's going to be really cool to see some of those important things. If you're open to share them, keep in mind you don't have to. And if you don't want to share your camera stuff and you don't want to share something that's important to you, feel free to just take any picture that, or take any picture from your week that you really liked and share that with us as well. This is a totally open-ended with a little bit of guidance on the challenge, and we'll see what we get. I think it could be interesting because it's the type of thing that interests me. I love knowing the important things about people that are the things that are important to them. So with that, that's going to close this week's challenge. Please use the link in the description below the video that shows it's a link directly to the album in the Facebook group to post your photo. Don't post it in comments, just post it right in the photo album so that way we can see everything. Post your a little bit of text, write something about your photo, talk about why this item is important to you. Talk about your camera equipment. Why did you choose that camera? Or like what is important about the gear that you have? Feel free to explain and talk about what it is. I've seen some super cool conversations happen over the last month and a half, 2 months here over these topics. And I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. So thanks so much for being a part of this. Make sure to, if you haven't joined our Ditch Auto Facebook group yet, where we're all talking about this challenge, photography in general, getting out of auto mode in our cameras and all that good stuff, make sure to click on the link below. And then remember that we have our Ditch Auto course, which is designed to help you get out of auto mode and start using manual on your camera so that you can get the full use, the full potential out of your camera and become more confident using your camera. That course is free and the link is in the description below as well. Subscribe to this channel so that you get notified when new videos come out here on YouTube, and click the thumbs up so that I know that you like this week's challenge. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week and all throughout this week in the Ditch Auto Facebook group. Take care.